I was lagging. Hey guys, welcome back. It's your boy Chris. First episode, Game Chat Talk Show. Today, we got a fun one for you. First episode, Game Chat Talk Show. Like I said, this is a new thing. You want to kind of explain how it's going to work?
Yeah, so basically, there are no cuts at all. Like, we aren't cutting it. This is just going to be straight rolled. There's no music in the back, nothing. And we're just going to have a conversation. It's just like a conversation between me and Chris. We've got a few topics.
Tim and Sid style,
Yeah, we're
PTI
just
kind of
we're
thing.
just talking, right? And
Yeah.
say we have like one topic about Derrick Rose, and we're talking about him, and somehow ends up at like talking about peanut butter. We're just going to keep going about that, honestly. Um, we're just gonna upload it straight from Zoom to YouTube, so
Yeah.
you can kind of see the behind the scenes of us recording. Uh,
Yeah.
and if Chris starts lagging, I'm probably gonna kill the screen. So what are we starting off with?
We're starting off with our top 5 first basemen in 5 years because that's a cool topic. Now you can start. Go ahead. Number 5. Who's your number 5?
My fifth best first baseman. So my fifth best first baseman in 5 years is going to be Jarrett Walsh. He's going to be 32. You know, he hits well. He's just a very well balanced first baseman. He's on a team with Mike Trout, arguably the GOAT. You know, he's got an OPS of like 931 right now.
Time. Sorry, guys, about my mic. I'm using these because my mic is lost. Is that my dad's? Yeah.
Bro,
Okay.
what kind of like substances are you on? Like are you
LSD,
drunk? Yeah.
PCP.
Yeah, I can tell. Isn't that the same
Now,
stuff that you're
water.
overdosed on? Anyways, yeah. Number 5 we
You're
got
gonna get canceled. The Mac Miller fans are coming for you in the comments.
I don't really care. Anyways, at 5 we've got Jared Walsh. He's going to be 32 years old in 2026. He hits well. He's got 931 OPS. He strikes out a lot with a 27% strikeout ratio. I think it's actually 28 to be honest with you. And he's an okay fielder. He's just on a team with the GOAT, so hopefully he wins a championship or a World Series. And he could be a really good like supporting cast, you know. As the fifth best first baseman in 5 years, that's who I have. Number 4, I've got an old dude. He's going to be 36 years old. I've got Freddie Freeman. He's won a Gold Glove. He's won Silver Sluggers. He's won MVPs. Well, one MVP last year.
MVP, not
Freddie
not
Freeman
multiple.
is
This is why you know this guy failed English, y'all.
I actually had an 88 in English, so. Anyways, Freddie Freeman, he's got a patient eye at the plate. He hits the ball hard. You know, he's a good veteran leader on that Braves team, and he's going to win a World Series by his 36 because look at that team, Ozzy Albies, you know, Mike Soroka.
Oh, Ozzy, man, he's so good. And then he got Acuna and Soroka or whatever. Mike.
Relax. At number 3, I've got Rafael Devers. He's going to be 29. Now, he isn't a first baseman as of right now, but they're going to have Blaze Jordan coming up who's going to play third base or maybe some left field. We're not going over this again. Blaze Jordan. How do you not know who Blaze Jordan is? Look him up, please, while I talk.
See, if this was a regular video, guys, there'd be some Blaze Jordan highlights with like a caption saying Chris is stupid, but there's not. Because...
Anyways, Devers, shit fielder. But, you know, he's got 946 fielding percentage this year, and it's not terrible. It's terrible. It's just not as it's better than it was last year with an 891 fielding percentage. And he's kind of the same thing as Vlad. He's got kind of the same situation as Vladdy, where Vladdy wasn't a great third baseman and moves over to first. Devers rakes the ball, and at first base, he can do that. He doesn't have to move, and he rakes the ball. Up next, we have a 32-year-old, the most underrated player in the league. We've got Matt Olson.
Well, and at this point, he'd be 32, y'all. He's only 27 right now.
Yeah, he's only.
Just letting you guys know, the ages we're saying is the age that they're going to be at this point.
He's already won 2 Gold Gloves, which is crazy. He's been
most underrated player in baseball.
Yeah. He's patient at the plate. He looks for his pitch. He hits the ball hard with a 93 mile per hour exit velocity. This man has an 1,000 OPS. He's just a very, very good player. Great fielder.
20 bombs.
Great hitter. He's got 20 bombs this year. That nobody's talking about him. He's not even in consideration for All-Star votes. Like, Come on.
Stupid.
At
It's
number
also because he's
one,
in
I've
Oakland.
got someone who I think will be the best player in the league by this time. I've got Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Gold Glove potential. He's probably going to win it this year. He's got a 996 fielding percentage this year. You see the plays he's making. Fantastic. I've never seen anyone make plays like Vladdy has with his size.
Yeah,
Like, this dude puts the
did the
splits down. Like, I don't
splits.
know how you do the splits. Like, does that, like, split your balls or something? Like, that must hurt.
Okay,
He's going to win MVP this
wow.
year. Triple crown potential. Like, he's going to win the Silver Slugger. And he's very, very patient. 14% of the time he walks, only 16% of the time he strikes out. And this is the most, I'm not afraid to say it, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is the most feared hitter since Miguel Cabrera when he won the Triple Crown. And that's a fact. Okay.
What about Tread of Mike?
Mike Trout's just been like you fear him, but not to the point where you're like Vladimir Guerrero.
Just intentionally walk him every time.
Yeah, just intentionally walk him, pitch away from him. All right, who are your top 5 first basemen in 5 years? As a meeting
Well, to start with the similarity, number 1, we both have Vlad. Number 2, we both have Matt Olson for the same reasons. I was on the bandwagon, or I was on the wagon of people saying that Vlad wasn't going to be good this year because of like weight issues. They didn't fully commit by the start of the season. They didn't say where they were going to play him at first or third, and I just didn't see it. And then they made the move, and I just see this kid as like a Prince Fielder 2.0.
immediately,
Like I've said
just
multiple
like
times, just like so. His play, you can tell the hitting coaches worked on plate discipline with him. Like he probably just had to sit there and tell them when he wanted to swing and when he didn't want to swing because like he needed that bad. And then you got a guy like Matt Olson, most underrated player in baseball, I believe, should be probably number 2 or number 3 in first base voting in the AL. And number 3, I have Rhys Hoskins, who I believe will win an MVP at some point in his career.
Stop lying yourself.
Win at multiple Silver Sluggers, be a multi-time All-Star, and I bet you by this point he will be kind of a perennial All-Star, like maybe going into his 4th year being an All-Star first baseman. And I'm not saying starter or nothing, but like he could be. And he just rakes balls. He's 28, sure, but a lot like let's be honest, there's a lot of players that are similar to his play style that didn't break out till this like 30s.
Yeah, Jose Ray came into the league at 27, so
exactly. And number 4, I have a guy very close to home, Ryan Mountcastle. No, but I'm not even trying to be biased here, guys. I like there's so much potential with this kid at third base, left field, or first base. Like he can play all 3 of those. If he's going to third, he's gonna have to work on his fielding. His hitting, he has some of the most absurd power I've ever seen from a guy. Why are you giving me that look? What?
keep going.
Okay, so he has absolutely absurd power. His pitch selection isn't great, but we saw that with Vladdy. It's only his 2nd year. He's as of now, he's my pick for Rookie of the Year because he's batting like 260, 12 homers, 40 RBIs. Like, okay, no bias here, but like he could be considered maybe an all-star. Like 7 or 8 in voting for his position. Because he's also considered he's this year's been considered a first baseman, left field, and DH primarily. So yeah, that's number 4. Number 5, I have I couldn't choose between the 2. I wanted to put Pete Alonso there. I wanted to put Spencer Torkelson there. I don't know if Torkelson, do we know if he's playing, if they want him to play third or first?
He's not a very good fielder. He's going to have to play first.
Okay. So, yeah, he'll be 26 at this point. I believe Pete Alonso is going to be around the same age as Matt Olson. I think he's either going to be 32 or 36. I can't remember. But I threw Pete Alonso on there. I feel like it's safer to pick Torkelson because, number 1 pick, we've seen what this kid can do. But with Alonso, like, it's either going to be he's falling off or he's little less production than what he's been giving at certain points in the season. I don't know if he's even hit his full potential yet. Like, I still think he can be an even better player than he is right now. And yeah, that's my top 5. Yeah.
All right. So, what do you want to move on to next? Do you want to move on to the Bucks and Nets series? Because I'm very intrigued. Whichever
Yes,
way you
yeah,
want to
I
say it.
do. So,
You start.
or do you want to start with Sixers Hawks?
What do you
No,
want
we'll
to
start
start
with
off?
Bucks. We'll start with Bucks.
Okay, let's start off with the
Okay,
Bucks.
okay. We told you guys this was gonna happen.
Oh, there's video evidence too. I'll put it's a private video right now, but I'll put
We'll
it out.
put it back up just to
Put it
prove
back
it.
out.
Because even though people are blaming this on injuries, it wasn't injuries.
First off,
The
I
Nets
want to
are a
say that
flawed system.
I hate the Nets. Continue.
I hate them too. Like I wasn't even saying it as a hater originally though, because like I didn't mind the team and then they got hardened. I feel like I'm gonna be honest, like this may sound crazy to most people. If they kept Jared Allen, if they kept Karis LeVert, and if they kept whoever else they traded, they would have won that series. The only reason they lost was because Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving wanted their best friend DeAndre Jordan to start, and that's why Kenny Atkinson got fired because they wanted what's his name again? Sorry,
Steve Nash.
no,
D'Antoni.
who's the center? Who's the center? Big Afro. Jared Allen. They
Allen.
didn't. Kenny Atkinson wanted to start Jared Allen. They didn't like it. They told front office. They fired him.
Pussy.
And exactly. And then Jared, like, then they go out and they're like, well, I don't know, maybe we need another star because like Karis LeVert isn't really doing anything.
Yeah.
Before this guy had his tumor, this guy was averaging 20 off the bench.
Let's put it
He was
this way.
going to be sixth man of the year.
You trade Harden for this moment. Obviously, Harden was injured. He's fat. He was ass. He had like 4 points one game. He was terrible.
I don't care if you're going to blame it on injuries. It doesn't mean anything.
Last game, he shot like 22% or something.
And can we talk about no, screw the Nets. We're talking about the winners. The Bucks, man.
Yeah,
They're
about the Bucks, man.
We can even say it, bro. Like they may have the top 3 most underrated players in the league. Jrue Holiday, Chris Middleton, and Giannis are 3 of the most underrated players. Especially Giannis now. Giannis was so overrated, I felt, when he won his first MVP. Like, we were like, oh my God, he's the next GOAT. He is so underrated.
32 and 11 and locked up people? Come on now. This man.
And then you got Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton hits every big shot. He's a clamper too. People don't understand that. He had
5 steals the last 2 games.
Exactly. Like, he's so good. And this is the thing I never understood. People were like, do you know what? Like, I think they should go out and maybe try to get CJ for him. Why? For the Blazers, that would be absurd. Yeah, imagine Dame with Chris Middleton. But why would the Bucks ever want to do anything like that? Because Chris Middleton is so passively aggressive, but aggressive at the same time. It's so weird.
I want to talk about Jrue Holiday, actually, because I know you like him a lot, but this man was shooting like 30%. He was.
It's not about that, though. It's not about that, though.
Listen. He was 1 of 10 from 3.
Hey, if it wasn't for Brook Lopez, they would have won by 30.
Bro, if it wasn't from Brook Lopez, they would have slapped. You should have seen me. When Brook Lopez was in the corner, he was like, oh. Nah. Brook Lopez redeemed himself when he blocked KD. Did you see that? He had the chase down.
Yeah.
But Brook Lopez gave me heart attacks, man. He had the charging foul and then the toss up and then the turnover, man. That turnover was so bad.
That shot KD hit though may have been one of the nicest. Like,
that was cool.
Like his shoe sold him, bro.
I don't like KD, but that was a cold shot, man. That was so cold. Well, not better than Kawhi's though, obviously, but whatever.
So you cool with that? That's kind of conclusion. Wait. So who do you have in Hawks and Bucks?
I've got the Bucks. I mean, Trae Young. Let's talk about Trae Young for a second, because I'm really high. I was really high on Trae Young, and then I was looking at stuff, and then I wasn't. Now I'm pretty high on him again. That man's a super villain, bro. This man is so cold. Like,
bro, I'm picking the Hawks to come out of the East.
Damn, listen. Trae Young.
Okay, this is why I had the Sixers as an.
Shut up. Trae Young was in like the 2 most hostile environments in basketball, and this man was smiling. This man was like smiling at them.
John Collins is about to get a bag because of Trae Young.
John Collins is about to get a bag, bro.
Okay, this is what. Let's transition this into the Philly and Atlanta thing.
Yeah.
Atlanta has made themselves a free agent destination.
Yeah.
If they're able to move Danilo Gallinari, there's no doubt in my mind they could get Kawhi.
Bro, if I'm a free agent, right? And I see what the Hawks are doing and how much fun they're having. I see Quavo in the locker room straightening. Did you see that video? Clint Capella.
No, I didn't.
Like, oh my God, bro! And then Kevin Herter.
Pause. Add Kawhi to that team. Just think about what
That's a championship team.
you
Honestly.
got Trey, Huter, or Herder,
Huter.
however you want to pronounce it.
Huter. Huter.
Leonard, Collins, Capella. Can we talk about Capella, bro? He's been the defensive player of the year of this, or he's been the defensive player of the year of the playoffs.
I agree.
Like, he's so criminally underrated. I was on the bandwagon that he was overrated for a while, but now I'm on the underrated bandwagon with him, bro. Because like, he's so good. Do you want to talk about quickly just about the West? I still have the Clippers coming out of it.
You have the Clippers? I got this.
I think whoever comes back first, if it's going to be Kawhi or Chris Paul, that's the team that will win. But I think the Clippers, if I had to pick out of the teams.
I was like, I stand by it that Devin Booker was overrated. He's been so cold this playoffs. Like, he's been really good these playoffs. But I still think that he was so overrated before the playoffs. Now I think he's what people were telling him about. But like,
The thing is about Terrence Mann. I was trying to put people on Terrence Mann before this guy was good. You didn't know who Terrence Mann was till like recently.
Listen. No, it wasn't. It was like in December, but like it was like so on our TikTok we were doing like a "Ooh girl you're shining" like sing if you know the player, and he was the first dude I ever got wrong. I was like, yo, who the fuck is that? So I'm watching the Clippers. And there it is, Terrence Mann. This dude put up like 28, and I was like, "Oh, my bad." So I posted a stitch. I'm like, "Oh, my bad, bro." Like he's a hooper. Like,
and then he goes and drops 30. Bro, the Jazz. Come on, what's your defensive sets, bro? Like Quinn Snyder might lose his job.
Bro, my coach of the year might.
He's kind of overrated.
Honestly, after those.
He's a regular season coach. Like he kind of crumbles.
Like
yeah, bro, Budenholzer. I wanted them to lose just so Budenholzer would get the F out because, like,
I agree.
But anyway, back to the Clippers. I was trying to put people on Terrence Mann before, like I kept saying this guy's gonna end up on the Celtics one day, and he's gonna be a pure buck. He's the type of guy, like a Robert Covington, that every team would love to have. You know what? You know what I mean, like that. Like, can you also name some players that every team would love to have?
Someone like.
Al Horford,
Seth Curry, Drew Holiday,
Shoot.
like
Justin Holiday, like TJ Warren, like those type of guys.
What's his name? The white dude.
What team?
The dude that's like a god at deflections. He's TJ McConnell.
Oh yeah. Okay. So wait, real quick. If you had to pick one team, where's TJ Warren getting traded? I have a team.
I don't fucking know.
The Nuggets. They have the money to by moving Will Barton. There's another scorer to that team, and then that propels them to my favorite for the West for the next year. He's going to be a player that's going to get moved because he's making $12 million on such a manageable contract on a 1-year deal. He's going to get moved by the deadline.
Yep.
Anyway, do you want to talk about the trade that happened that I'm very, 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 very happy about? You can go first.
Okay. So they basically the Celtics basically.
Want me to read out the trade?
Yeah, you read out the trade.
The Celtics traded Kemba Walker, pick 16, and a 2025 second-round pick to the Oklahoma City Thunder for Al Horford, Moses Brown, and a 2023 second-round pick.
That's a win-win trade, honestly. Listen, Al Horford, I think you posted something on Instagram where he was averaging like 18 and 7 last year.
He averaged 18-7 in 28 games.
Those are really good numbers for Al Horford. You got a veteran guy in that locker room, bringing him back to Boston where he was an all-star.
Everyone loves him.
And then you get Nick Claxton back, who, 2K god.
No, Moses Brown.
Moses Brown. That's what I meant. Moses Brown, 2K god.
See, guys, if this was a regular video, that would have been cut, and he would have just said Moses Brown again.
Yeah, Moses Brown, I feel like he was in old 2K draft classes. He
was a Portland Trailblazer for a bit too last year. That's how he got his thing from.
He looks like YBN Namir, to be honest with you.
Kind of like Corday too.
Nah. He looks like Namir because he's got.
I'll have to look up YBN Namir after too.
YBN Namir is like Can I give you all my love?
Okay, we don't need this,
Like,
bro. We
ooh,
don't.
that make you happy.
Anyway,
Would it
I'm
make
gonna
you
talk about it because this guy's being
happy?
an idiot.
Would it make you
Man,
happy?
K actually just
Sorry.
said it. Um, Moses Brown, getting him, he's our Robert Williams insurance just in case he's gonna want more money than they're comfortable paying him, or he just doesn't have the step up that we know that Celtic fans know he's gonna have. Like, let's just say injuries, because he's been injury prone. Moses Brown was so like. Moses Brown is our Tristan Thompson replacement,
Listen,
if you understand what I'm
Moses
saying,
Brown
because
is a lot
Moses
like
Brown averaged.
Toronto Raptors
Wait,
Serge.
Moses Brown averaged. He can't shoot though. Moses Brown averaged 9 and 10, or sorry, 9 and 9 in 22 minutes last year. Had a game where he had 17 points and 19 rebounds at halftime against Celtics. First player since Shaq to ever do that against any team.
Crazy.
Al Horford coming back. Just what we need. And people aren't talking about this. Next year, only 14 million, or sorry, not the 2021, 2022, 2022, 2023. The second that offseason hits, they can cut him and they'll save $13 million. With Marcus Smart also coming off the books, they'll have enough for a max free agent.
Listen, the Celtics, if they go out
Bradley
and get
Beal's coming to
someone,
Boston.
if they go out and get someone like Lonzo Ball, just in like restricted free agency.
Okay, so wait, they don't have the money to probably pay Lonzo. What I was thinking is a player like TJ McConnell, like you named earlier, Spencer Dinwiddie. What do you think about that?
I think Lonzo would ask for less than Spencer Dinwiddie because Dinwiddie wants like.
They only have about $9 million to spend.
Oh, I don't. Do you think Spencer Dinwiddie would be $9 million?
Actually, he's probably going to get a bag because because for him, he wouldn't decline a $12 million thing from the Nets to go take $9 million somewhere. Exactly. I think Toronto's an option for Spencer. I like it.
Maybe he's really close to what Fred VanVleet is.
He's better on defense. He's tall. He's like 6'6". He's better at playmaking. Spencer Dinwiddie used to be like the most underrated player in the league. Like he could have been he averaged 20 and 7 the year Kyrie got there.
Bro, that Nets team was so fun when they had
D'Lo and him, Jared Dudley. Yeah, that was a fun team.
That's what the Hawks remind me of. Just a fun team.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Just a straight point guard that can just score the ball and pass.
Yeah. Anything you want to talk about? Like
yeah.
Okay, why are you going?
I'm eating chips, big man. Yeah, I want to talk about the Leafs for a second because there was a report that came out that there is an unrestricted free agent on the Leafs that said that they're not coming back no matter what. I don't think Zach Hyman's the type of person to say that. So who is another unrestricted free agent on the Leafs?
Morgan Riley. And Freddie Anderson.
Well, I don't think Freddie Anderson's coming back regardless.
Fair enough.
Morgan Riley. If Morgan Riley leaves, I bet your ass that Toronto throws a bag at Dougie Hamilton. Toronto needs a defense. If Morgan Riley leaves, they need a defenseman. Whether that's Matt Dumba.
They need a defenseman now to solidify that defense.
Now to be like Morgan Riley. I hate you, Morgan Riley.
Come on. You hate him? Why?
If he leaves, I'll hate him.
I won't. I respect him more than anyone on the Leafs. He's been here. He was here when they won like 30 games. He's been here before then. Like
but they
hasn't he been here as long as Kessel was? Like since Kessel got here?
Yeah, Morgan Riley's been here since like 2013. Like
didn't Kessel get cancer?
Yeah, he has one testicle.
Right, that's what it was. What a goat.
Bro, imagine.
Can't believe he's still kicking around, bro. Bring him back. Bring back Phil the Gill.
Nah, Toronto needs to go. If Morgan Riley leaves, because I think that's the guy, they got to throw a bag at Dougie Hamilton, whether it's $6 million, whether it's $8 million. They got to go out and get Dougie Hamilton. He's a good stay-at-home defenseman.
Do you know what my dad always says to me that I'm starting to think might be true?
What?
Is the Toronto media is the reason Dubas overpays. Now, hear me out. Because they go out and they're like, oh, yeah, a guy like William Nylander, he's going to get – or no, a guy like Mitch Marner, he's gonna go out and probably get $14 million on the open market. Like they need to pay him, and then Dubas is like, oh crap, I gotta pay this guy, or else he's gonna go get a bag somewhere, and then they overpay.
Can we talk about Kyle Dubas for a second? Because I've always been fond of Kyle Dubas. I
He needs to
love.
be. He should have been executive of the year.
Yeah, Kyle Dubas is a pioneer because he was like one of the first guys that came out and was like analytics, analytics, analytics. This man put together
Harry
a God
Potter.
squad. Yeah. So Kyle Dubas, analytics. This dude put together a God squad that was the Toronto Maple Leafs, and now look, they lose to the Canadians in 7. This
Look
team,
how good that team is.
I know.
Look how good that he had like what negative $800 million in his freaking
Yeah.
bank account, and
Yeah.
he went out and turned it into TJ Brody.
Yeah,
Good veterans.
TJ Brody was a
The
steal.
fact that wait, pause. The fact they got Spezza back for $750K
Yeah.
this year,
That's
or
great. 'cause that-
$750K.
Listen, Spezza coming back on 700.
Spezza was our best player in the playoffs besides Nylander.
Spezza coming back on 750K is a sign that people like playing with the Leafs because Spezza could go out there and get $1 million easy, maybe even 2.
Well, he said, and he even said, "I'd take more if I could."
Yeah, like Spezza coming back on.
Do you know what something the Leafs should have done to avoid paying him more or paying than the 750 because he said that?
What?
Pay him like what? I think the lowest you're allowed to do this is 500K, and then incentivize like some bullcrap.
Yeah.
Be like, if you get 50 points in a season, we'll give you
Million.
another 50K.
Yeah, listen. Spezza coming back on 750K tells me that people like playing for the Leafs, and like that's crazy to me because someone like Morgan Riley, if he says he's not coming back no matter what, he could be a cancer in the locker room. Morgan Riley could be a cancer in the locker room if he's getting hostile because
He might be tired of losing and stuff. Yeah,
but that's going to come along when you've got your 3-star players are like 24, 23, and 23. Like that's
what time are we at? How long has this been?
This has been probably like 30 minutes.
Okay. Oh yeah, it has.
Is that it?
Okay. Before we wrap it up, you want to talk quickly about sticky stuff? I stand with Tyler Glass now.
Yeah, let's talk.
I think the league needs to control it, and like you said, you brought up a good point. Maybe they make their own their own sort of thing to help, just not cheat, but like help pitchers actually grip the ball, because it's hard, man. It's when you're training someone to throw like this, you're gonna tear something like once a year that you don't know about, and you're just like, okay, I'll play through it.
Listen, I
Rub
don't
some
stand with
jalapeno under
Glasnow.
your nose.
I think Glasnow's talking some bullshit, but listen, there was a recently retired reliever, and he said 80 to 90% of pitchers are using it to some extent. I don't really believe that. I definitely think 50 to 60% of people. I've seen like 5 people get thrown out using like some sort of sticky stuff with Vaseline.
Oh, look at Richard Rodriguez. How is he not caught?
Listen,
guys like
yeah,
touching his glove like this, and then like
John Means even, but like
speaking of which, guys, pause. New hat coming. We're gonna be wearing this in the next episode.
Sheesh. Anyways.
Nation.
Anyways, I've seen maybe like 4 people get thrown out using sticky stuff. I've seen John Lester with his neck with the Vaseline.
Bro, that was hilarious.
I've seen Pineda with the arm. I've seen Will Smith and Giovanni Gallegio with his cap, with the hat, the Cardinals pitcher.
Shout out to Lance Lynn for possibly winning Cy Young this year, not cheating at all. And DeGrom.
Before Gallegios went to St. Louis, he had a 4.55 ERA. Once he got to St. Louis, 2.42 ERA. Now listen, there is a reason this happened. Adam Wainwright sent a text to, I think his name's like Bubba.
It's something weird, dude.
It's Bubba.
Bubba Chuck or something like that.
Yeah. But basically, Bubba Hawkins. That's his name, Bubba Hawkins.
Oh yeah.
Adam Wainwright sent him a text, and he's like, some of the dudes on our team found out about it. Can you send some over with the Angels? Where did Adam Wainwright play? The Cardinals. Where does Gallegio's play? The Cardinals. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it there for today.
Okay, guys, thank you. Hope you enjoyed. If you like it, hit the like button, subscribe. Really do appreciate it. Peace.